Thrilled to be joined by the head man, Mark Turgeon, and you just got the box score coach and a lot of good things on this here sheet of paper. You got to be pleased with the effort of your guys.
Yeah, I was really pleased with the first half. I thought we shared the ball and really defended and rebounded. Bruno was terrific in that game and first half. But second half, Bruno got in foul trouble. We weren't quite the same team defensively. We gave up a lot more points, but shared the ball. I think we had 20 there. So, we'll just get prepared for that game and just keep trying to get better.
3-0. Congrats so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the time.
Yeah,
Thanks, Coach. That's Mark Turgeon. 8 or 9. Be back with some final thoughts. We'll look back at it.
9-9 here in the first 4.5 minutes in College Park. But Dan Bonner, I'm Wayne Randazzo. Dan, we expect to see a lot of the Maryland freshmen carrying the load today. Hasn't been the case so far, but they should get there.
Well, they should, and I think they're going to need it. This has to be a balanced Maryland attack. So far, basically, the offense has depended upon Cowan and Fernando, but they've got to...
Right, talk to a State Farm agent today. Maryland went on a run near the end of the first half. They got a 15-point lead over Marshall. Second half about to start here at Xfinity Center with Dan Bonner. I'm Wayne Randazzo, and Dan, we saw Anthony Cowan really take over near the end of the first half for the Terps.
Anthony Cowan is a guy, he may be as good as there is in the Big Ten, possibly as good as anybody has.
Into the ACC Big Ten Challenge presented by Continental. We come to you from the Xfinity Center. College Park, Maryland. It's number 4, Virginia taking on number 24, Maryland. There's the total for it. 8 games have been played, 4 apiece. Even I can do that math. You're watching the Big Ten on ESPN. Hey there, everybody. Welcome courtside. John Shambi and Jay Billis. Should be good energy here tonight. As mentioned previously, a couple of schools that know each other fairly well from the days when both were in the ACC. Here tonight, though, pace is going to be pretty crucial. Jay Billis.
No question. It's a tempo game. And, John, playing against Virginia is kind of like being in a dentist's office for 2 hours with no Novocaine. You get no break playing the Cavaliers. They are legit. It is a team that is worthy of national championship contention, and it is easier to slow a game down than speed one up. And Virginia is going to get its tempo. The question is, can a young Maryland team get on the glass, get extra possessions that way, and can they keep their patience for a full 40 minutes against a team that is unflappable, the Cavaliers?
Mark Turgeon has a young Kyle guy in the first half, 15 points.
Kyle Guy coming off an all-ACC season last year. He's got 15 points in the first half, 4 of 7 from 3. And Virginia knocked down 8 of 16 shots from three-point territory. They're plus 21 points from the three-point line. And Tony Bennett's got to be really upset with the way they took care of the ball. 1 turnover.
Yeah.
That's amazing. They had 1 turnover against a good defensive team in Maryland. Maryland had 7 turnovers, 11 assists for Virginia, 1 turnover.
Yeah.
And that's why they have the lead. They play Virginia basketball. They've done what they do, and they just did a little bit better in the first half than Maryland was able to do what they do.
So 9-point advantage, biggest of the night for UVA.
Back inside Xfinity Center on the Big Ten Network, these two teams split their meetings a season ago. Right now it is the Terps with an 8-3 early advantage against the visiting Nittany Lions. It is so great to have you with us courtside along with Dan Bonner. I'm Tom Wormy. And Dan, so far Penn State, difficult shooting night, just 1 of 7. The Terps cranking up the D.
I think the credit for the fact that Penn State is only 1 for 7 has to go to the Maryland defense. They've done a great job keeping Penn State from getting to the basket. And anytime the Nittany Lions do get close, well, Jalen Smith and Bruno Fernando.
31-30.
And you see Maryland there, 13 free throws. Tom, they only made 8 field goals in the first half. And so it has been an oddly disjointed kind of game so far. And, a lot of whistles in the game, a lot of fouls called in the game. It'll be very interesting to see if Maryland can get any offensive flow goal.
How about Reeves and Stevens, Penn State accounting for 27 points. And this is after Penn State.
Moments away from the start of the second half. That is Mike Loxley, who's just named the Maryland head football coach on December 4th. He addressed the crowd.
We've got a great foundation to build on, and I'm excited about leading that charge. Thank you guys so much. I'm so happy to be home. Go Terps. Let's hear it for your head football coach.
And that's what Mike left the crowd with. Go Terps. And at halftime, they're shooting the ball, Dan Bonner, very, very well beyond the three-point line in particular, they've hit 7 out of 11.
Well, it's been a really interesting display by a Maryland team that so far this year has not shot the ball well. And interestingly, you said they made 7 three-pointers. Well, 6 of those three-pointers have come from the freshman class. And there's 4 different freshmen have made a...
Donnie Marshall.
All right, Stoner, thank you very much. College Park, Maryland. And welcome to the Xfinity Center as the Seton Hall Pirates, red hot, come into town to take on the 9-2 Maryland Terrapins. Hi, everybody. Gus Johnson along with former Connecticut standout Donnie Marshall. And welcome to College Park, Maryland. This should be a great game, folks. Seton Hall, they've won 4 in a row, including that big overtime win over Kentucky at Madison Square Garden. Mark Turgeon's Maryland Terps playing strong basketball. Only 2 losses. What should we expect to see?
Well, it's going to be a tough game because Christmas is right around the corner. But just what you said, Gus, you have to follow it.
FS1 College Hoops is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. Halftime here at College Park, Maryland. The Terps, after being down by 11, lead by 4 as we hit the second half. Gus Johnson, Donnie Marshall. Now, in the first half, you were saying Maryland needed to go inside, but the analytics guys would disagree with you. Going inside is not what they preach anymore.
I want to grab one of those analytics guys and stand him behind Bruno Fernando and tell him, go ahead, guard him, and then talk to me.
Men's basketball on BTN is presented by U.S. Cellular. No hidden fees and national coverage in the middle of anywhere. And brought to you by State Farm, here to help life go right. Talk to a State Farm agent today. Back in Maryland in the early going with Maryland up by a pair alongside Seth Davis. I'm Kevin Kugler, and just like we predicted, Maryland would be the hot shooting team from 3, and Nebraska would own the boards early.
No one wants her open, right? When we said the exact opposite, but a couple of jitters, I think, here in the early going. Team's looking a little bit disjointed, I think. I think it's going to be Nebraska's favor to make this a little bit of a slower pace game.
The second half, and tonight's auto owners game leaders. James Palmer Jr. with 13 points. Bruno Fernando 9 rebounds. And Palmer leading the way with 3 steals and 3 assists. But Seth Davis, James Palmer's 13 points all came in the first 11 minutes or so. He hasn't scored in a long time in this game.
Yeah, didn't score in almost the last 10 minutes of the first half. Maryland did a good job on him defensively, but I thought that Palmer was not nearly as aggressive as he needed to be. And I think it's a little odd that we haven't seen more screen and roll, pick and pop action with him and Isaac Copeland. Copeland only has 5 points, which is well below his...
Really, in a lot of ways, domination defensively by this Indiana team, Donnie.
Well, the first 14 minutes of the game, Maryland scored a point a minute. The last 5, they had 13 minutes and got to the free throw line. A much better job of being more aggressive. But I would continue to go to Bruno Fernando. That's going to open up so much. It's a simple game. Throw it inside. If they double, just be quick with the pass out, and you'll have those open jump shots or those rip throughs and then drives to the basket. And then defensively, Indiana just needs more of the same. They went through a little...
10 miles earlier tonight in Indiana, but it is Maryland that is on the heels of the top 2 in the state of Michigan. Hi again, everybody. Tim Brando by my side. Donnie Marshall. We are ready for 2 outstanding talents in the post. Face you up, post you up. They're dynamite. Tell me about it.
Well, the first guy that he's first-team All-American, walking double-double, even half. Just a terrific building. Keep doing that.
Our stat comparison sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee has been a bit of a blowout, but I gotta say, Bruno Fernando's had more help from his friends than has Ethan had.
Yeah,
no question about that.
You have some guys, Brad Davison started this game. He had 7 shots at one point. He only averages about 7.5 a game. That's too many, I think, for him. Love to see him off the ball. Been much better in that first half than they have for
defense by Rangers. You had to give it up. Cowan, solo for 3.
10 basketball is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. We are just outside of our nation's capital in College Park, Maryland. The Turgeonites are in attendance as number 21 Maryland welcomes Northwestern to the Xfinity Center. It is a red out and And with that, we will say hello. Justin Kutcher alongside Casey Jacobson. And Casey, this is a really big game for Maryland. Why so in your mind?
Well, first, the Big Ten is completely loaded with talent. So for Maryland, they're a super talented team, but they're coming off back-to-back losses for the first time all season. So Justin, this becomes a must-win at home if they're going to keep pace with Purdue and the Michigan schools. But they have to do so against a Northwestern team that is chock full of seniors and is very good defensively in the half court.
Well, let's take a look at our starting lineups brought to you by Jeep Grand Cherokee. And at the half, the Terps lead by 11 over Northwestern. Justin Kutcher alongside Casey Jacobson here. Casey, wasn't exactly a clean first half, ended in controversy, but if you're Maryland, you still have this big lead at the half.
And the reason they have the lead isn't on the offensive end, it's all defense. Smothering defense has held Northwestern, a team full of juniors and seniors, to just 23% on the road. You're not going to win any game, so despite Maryland not really getting in rhythm, they're enjoying a big lead because of their D.
Okay, a big lead has their big man going early. He's got 12 points in the first half, Bruno Fernando.
How much fun is Bruno Fernando to watch? I'm just so glad that he just...
He's talking to the official right now to say what we're going to do. I'm going to throw it out, try to hit the shot. And that was just to really try to run out the clock. And that will be it. 70-52 is the final score.
To College Park. Great to have you with us, Dave Remsen and John Crispin. A huge game for both sides, John. Both these teams toward the very top of the Big Ten standings. But I know you think it's particularly big for Purdue. Well, when you look at what Purdue's got next in terms of the remaining schedule, it's the most winnable, the most gettable schedule of any of the teams at the top. But this one tonight will be the biggest challenge. The team they've already faced, but both teams are much different than they were in December. Their first home conference loss of the season. Welcome back to College Park. Dave Remsen, John Crispin back here with you. Maryland's never led in this game. Purdue is controlled throughout. What do the Terps need to do to get to a point where they can win this game? Well, you got to get things going through Bruno Fernando, and it may not be production in the form of points, but you got to play through him because it's leading to a double team. Every time he touches the ball on the post, it's a double team. The Terps on a 6-0 run. They've hit 7 of their last 9 from the field. None more impressive than this jam from Bruno Fernando. This has to be a BTN stand. In a first-place tie in the loss column with Michigan, and the Wolverines playing next year on BTN. But the Boilers in jeopardy, seeing that 8-game winning streak come to an end. How's Maryland done it? Well, really, it's been defense, and they've gotten good things going on the offensive end, playing out of that double. But you look at the defense and forcing tough shots. When you force tough shots and you scramble well, you keep yourself in position.
Today, Dan Dockage along with you, and with that, you'd expect Ohio State to go inside, but the resistance will be strong.
Yeah, it's going to be a great inside matchup. C.J. Jackson out. He's a big shot maker on the road, but this is going to be a fantastic post-match. Fernando plays hard. He's a double-double machine.
Benetti, Dan Dockage along with you this fine Saturday afternoon. Maryland went on a 7-0 run. The energy has lifted in this building for the Terrapins.
Yeah, these guys have been here early, and they have been absolutely great. They sell beer here. What are you going to do? Anthony Cowan's been fantastic, the veteran, but it's a big-time, big-man matchup. Caleb Wesson for Ohio State has yet to get going, and on the other end, Bruno Fernando has been more of a passer here. And they're on target, which is so rare for a big guy. He reads it, finds it, delivers it.
So great to be with America's favorite person to subtweet, Dan Dockage, Jason Benetti. If Ohio State's going to come back without C.J. Jackson, how do they do it?
Well, they're going to have to play inside out. You know, I thought Keyshawn Woods was pretty good. Fernando's doing a really good job of not allowing Caleb.
Games, you've certainly seen her, you've enjoyed her, and today she did not disappoint.
It's one of the great acts, Kevin. It's really amazing.
What act impressed you in the first half?
But it was a very intense game, Kevin, as you'd expect from a late-season Big Ten contest. Michigan shot the ball very poorly throughout. Maryland started well, but shot poorly. So I think, whoever can get hot is, might win this game.
Yeah, Simpson was pretty tough for them.
Though I think the fact that they only have 7 turnovers, I think that's been big. And they they've done a great job rebounding the ball offensively, in particular here in the second half.
And while we have a chance, we want to send our best to Roy Williams. Dan and I sat in his office just a week ago down in Chapel Hill doing the Florida State North Carolina game. He spent 20 minutes with us. He's looked terrific, but we wish him a very speedy recovery. In fact,
right on the edge of a potential double bye. The top 4 seeds will get that heading into the Big Ten tournament. And we welcome you courtside, everybody. Brandon Gaunt, Ben Brazy, happy to be with you. So for Maryland, this is a big game. Not only could they possibly get a double bye in Chicago, they're playing for a top 4 or 5 seed in the NCAA tournament.
No doubt about it. And let's not forget that the Terps have dropped the last 2. So as Mark Turgeon told us today, they want to get back on track right before the conference tournament.
Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they wanted Purdue Wednesday. That was a huge victory. They feel like they're pretty safe for the NCAA tournament. A win here tonight means they're definitely in the tournament.
No doubt about it. Tonight seals it. They're most likely in anyway. But most importantly, you're playing your best basketball conference tourney time. And of course, right after Selection Sunday.
It's Big Ten basketball. It's March. It doesn't get any better than this.
Or catch and shoot, you're in a good position if you're Maryland.
So then if you're Minnesota, that begs the question, how do you get back in this game? Because the Maryland defense has been really good in the half court.
I don't think Richard Pitino talked about getting it all back at once. You can't just come out hoisting threes. You got to do the little things. Take care of the basketball, get defensive stops, and take good shots.
It was senior night. A lot of people wondering if that man Bruno Fernando just played his last game at the Xfinity Center. If so, it was a good one, a double-double. 69-60, the final. Mark Turgeon.
But if you do, you're a fool, cause I do to the death. Trying to step to me, you take your last breath. I got the skill, come get your fill. Cause when I shoot the gift, I shoot the kill. I came to get down.